Hey guys, it's me, Mr. 250, and welcome to The Legend of Zelda Skyward Sword. Oh, I've been excited about this one for a while. I'm gonna be starting this is the Wii U Virtual Console version. Wow, that is like really loud. Let me turn that down a bit. It's a Wii U Virtual Console version. I'm also playing this pretty far back from my television, farther back than I normally would. So, maybe a bit of a new adventure, trying to make sure all the motion controls work properly. Yeah, this feels like not one-to-one movement here. This is very strange. I don't know. What am I trying to say? Oh yeah, so there may be a little bit of tweaking getting this started because this is the first Wii game I played since I moved. Since I changed the living room arrangement that I have here. So I'm a little bit far away, and I hope that doesn't cause any problems. Oh boy. Oh boy. We just started and there's already some monster ready to destroy the world. Scary Monsters, great anniversary. So what do we know about the game so far? Big terrifying creature, and birds, and floating islands. His lips keep distracting me. They look really poofy. Oh boy, this is a wacky game so far. We got big terrifying creatures, birds. Birds. Hey, sleepyhead. I know how much you like to sleep in, so I'm guessing this letter will be your alarm clock this morning. Did I guess right? Rise and shine. Today's the wing ceremony. You promised to meet me before it starts, remember? You better not keep me waiting. Zelda. Oh boy. It's waiting on Zelda to get kidnapped by Ganondorf or some other evil entity again. Alright. I remember seeing this, this little thing on the screen. I can't actually point. But, on the right side of the Wii remote and finding that strange. Oh! Oh! Yes. big money. Gotta take it out for the big day. But I actually have seen almost nothing of this game. Oh, there you go. See, now I can point. That does not feel like one-to-one movement. I don't know. Maybe there's a setting for that. So we're at the Knight Academy. There's a bunch of locked doors, what it looks like. Okay. What else? I've heard this game is really, really good. So I'm very excited. I also heard that this game is very long. So we might be in this for a while. Maybe we can do some streams at some point, I don't know. Sky's the limit. Get it? You know, Skyward Sword and stuff? What? What's that? Yeah? You look more like Link than Link does. So today's the wing ceremony. Are you ready? All I'm saying is everyone else is out practicing at the plaza. But you seem to be pretty relaxed about the whole thing. Of course that Crimson Loft wing of yours is something special. I'd feel pretty confident riding him too. My bird won the last ceremony, but even I don't think he could beat that red terror of yours. Of course, a bird's true speed in a race always comes down to the skill of the rider. I'm something of a bird researcher around here. So, you know, if you ever find yourself in need of some bird expertise, come see old Pippet. Thanks, I think I can handle birds on my own. Can't be that hard. Groose. Oh. So I'm guessing all those locks were the people's locked doors. Okay. It's a very different feeling for a start of a Legend of Zelda game. This kind of community feeling is strange, I'd have to say. Not in the sense that there can't be a community, but the community never feels like this, if that makes sense. You always feel like you're some outsider in a village. Good morning. Today's the big wing ceremony, right? I wanted to fly too, but I didn't make the cut, so I'm stuck back here at the academy. Plus, I've got to move these barrels over to the kitchen. I was hoping to at least be able to cheer you on, but I guess that's the way it goes. Go out there and wow 'em, buddy. Whoa, what's this? Motion controls? My favorite. Oh yeah, the big thing about this game is, of course, that there is supposed to be what is described to me as one-to-one sword controls. Why? 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 Okay, I guess that's good to have. Oh, it even flushes. But there's supposed to be one-to-one sword controls, helped on by the Wii Motion Plus, which the Wii controller, at least by default, doesn't normally ship with. I have one of these later Wii controllers that they were doing a lot of around the time of the Wii U being out, that actually comes with the Wii Motion Plus built in. So I have the form factor of a regular Wii Remote, but without having to have that annoying little bit added onto the end, which you sort of see on the screen there. They make it look less annoying, but it is like this weird flared out bit that you add to the end of your controller to make it extra long. Where in the clouds is that Fledge boy? He's supposed to be bringing me barrels. Sometimes I just don't know what's going on in that boy's head. Probably something along the lines of these barrels are really heavy. It's an interesting start. It feels very different. Okay, I think that's the way outside, so let's avoid going there yet if we can help it. I want to talk to all the people. If it isn't already apparent, this is very much a blind playthrough. So don't expect, perfection, I should say. Okay. Hey, Mr. 250, the day of the wing ceremony is finally upon us. It's time to put what you've learned to use. All those practical skills I taught you and all the academic prowess Instructor Horrell taught you. While we're at it, do you remember how to look around? Oh, believe me, I know how to look around. If you feel as though the cursor is moved out of alignment, point the Wii remote at the screen and press minus to easily rectify the situation. Well, I do feel like it's a little bit strange. Okay, I gotcha. Very much on board with the motion controls as they normally are. Oh, you can walk while doing this. That's a cool feature. I like that.
Hey!
Uh-oh, we're not allowed to go upstairs? If you're heading over to the plaza, the quickest way is out the door on the ground floor. Well, obviously, I know that. The exit on the top floor is still locked, so you obviously can't get out there. What's taking the lunch lady so long? I'm going to have a word with her later. Maybe the fake Link over there needs to keep his mouth shut while I go upstairs if I feel like it. Alright, let's go. He's Orange Link, he's not real Link. Oh boy, I'm sure gonna love Nintendo telling me every single time that I'm stealing their games. You can't put, I mean, you can put that on YouTube, but we're gonna put ads on there for you. Okay. Thanks, Nintendo. I appreciate it. Seems like an enjoyable little floating sky land place. I guess we're not going that way. Bird statue. Ah, so this is where you save. Alright. Cool. Like,
Hey!
oh gosh, hope it's not an owl. Up here. Oh, it's just you.
Yo?
Good morning to you. Today's finally the day of the long-awaited wing ceremony. Why is it always the day of the long-awaited ceremony? And then the ceremony happens and the princess gets stolen away by somebody who snuck into the ceremony, and you have to go on a 17-part adventure with 27 pages. Are you feeling ready? Oh, I just remembered. There's something I'd like to ask you about. Look this way while pressing and holding Z, and then, yeah, gameplay. Teaching you how to play.
Ooh.
Excellent. Always remember you can press the Z. Once you've targeted someone, you can talk to them. And even when there isn't anything to target, pressing Z is a convenient way to forward. It's a little silly to carry on a conversation from this distance. Why don't you come join me up here? Ah, I see. You should be able to climb up if you dash up to the top of that wooden box, don't you think? You should be able to make that jump fairly easily. Try climbing up here. Whoa. Oh, that's a cool... I like that. Okay. I like that. That's cool. The let's just say the jumping mechanics in Legend of Zelda weren't always the best in my opinion, despite everything else being usually pretty decent. So I'm glad to see them trying something different. So what do you think? Using A to dash is useful. However, don't dash around so much you tire yourself out, or your stamina gauge will empty and you'll be completely out of breath. It's best to take a little break when your stamina gauge gets close to empty. What? On to the next point. You can jump a short distance by moving towards it. I like to call it the auto jump, because that's what you do in all the Legend of Zelda games. Can you get longer distance if you dash? Nah, not really.
Yo?
So, what are you up to? Rushing to get some last-minute bird riding practice in this morning? Oh, you have someone to meet? Ah, Zelda's waiting for you, is she? It'd be a shame if she was kidnapped on the day of the Wing Festival. Perfect timing, then. You see, Zelda's father, Headmaster Gapura, has a pet named Mia, and, well, she scampered off again. Look! Over there! Do you see her? The headmaster is so busy working with Zelda, preparing for the ceremony. I thought that maybe I should feed her. But the ceremony is about to start, and I just put on a fresh set of clothes, and well, you see, I'd like you to do it for tutorial experience. No. Ah, I see. Can you please tell the headmaster that Instructor Horrell has found Mia and that he shouldn't worry? Oh, I thought you were gonna make me do it anyway. Ah, curses! How the heck do I get up there? I like that. Oh, I'm so tired. Ah, I see. So you don't just get slowed to a walking speed, you actually, get slowed to like a crawl, practically. No, I'm not telling you to do that, Link. Still, I think it's cool if I could just, like, walk in the right direction. I don't think it's the game's fault at this point, it's just me not doing it good. Okay, why is that happening? Okay, stop. There we go. That's all I wanted to do. Ah, I gotcha. Ah, here we go. We got stamina meters for climbing. I was wondering why there was a stamina meter. I mean, it seemed like it wasn't a terrible move, but it did seem a little strange. But wow. It makes a lot more sense that there's going to be stamina involved when you're climbing on things. Let's play the game where Mr. 250 tries to not take 20 minutes to get up on a stupid platform. So if you keep pressing A, that causes problems somewhat. Also, lining up your moves helps too. No, not right there. We're going to get it right this time. We're going to line up the camera. We're not going to fall off and spend the first 15 minutes of the game, a quarter of it, like, falling off things. There we go. That wasn't hard. There's a bell up here. Very nice.
Hey!
Hey! I don't care how good a jumper you think you are. You'll never reach a roof that high just by pressing A to dash. Ah, maybe you'll have to use a conveniently located box up there. Grab and move it, and yeah, you can grab it. Yeah. Might use the stamina too. Decent chunk, actually. I got him. No, you're not allowed to throw him off. You still don't get it? Okay, I guess. We don't have to throw it. What are you? What are you? You have massive ears. Dang it. What do we do with you? I don't even know. I can't climb anything, so hopefully we don't need to go up with you. That's the sparring hall. Oh, maybe we have to throw you back up. Nice. I feel like I may have failed my objective. Or no, we'd have to throw you on top of this box. This is going very poorly, in case no one else noticed yet. Methinks that this throwing mechanic is going to be a thing. Oh my god. Get up there, you rat. With big ears. You sound like a cat. Here. How do I make this work? Don't fall off. Okay, that's it. We're done. We're done with you. We're done. I'm not messing with you anymore. I've wasted too much time. Oh. That is, what's up with the long face, bud? How's life? Did you manage to get even a wink of sleep last night? Figured you might have been tossing and turning all night thinking about the big ceremony today. What am I doing? Oh, just fixing this gate here. It's been squeaky lately, and we can't have that on the day of the ceremony. Hey, you haven't already forgotten to send your prayers to the goddess this morning, have you? Just face the bird statue over there. Say a short prayer to save my what? As you know, those bird statues are all over Skyloft. It's about time you get in the habit of stopping at a statue every time you run by one. A prayer in time saves 9, if you know what I'm saying. I have no idea what you're saying. Whoa! I got stamina fruit. Is it like an instant thing, or is it like an inventory thing? Gear. 300 rupees. Ah, okay. I guess that's like an instant use kind of deal. Probably. Yep, it is. Good to know. It's cool so far, I'm enjoying it. It feels very much different than some of the other Legend of Zeldas. Not in a bad way per se, I haven't really even gotten into it yet, but it does feel different. Glad to see my Loftwing got you out of bed. Was pretty sure you'd sleep in and forget to meet me this morning. But look at this instrument, and look at this outfit. They're mine to use today in the ceremony that I'm not going to get kidnapped at, since I'll be playing the role of the goddess. Aren't they beautiful? Especially this instrument. They tell me it's just like the one the goddess was said to have in the legends. It sounds gorgeous too. I asked Father about it, and he says it's called a harp. And look at these clothes. I made this wrap myself, and we get to use it in today's ceremony. Between the harp and this outfit, I'm going to make a great goddess today. I got you up early this morning because I wanted you to be the first to see me like this. So, how do I look? Nice costume. Oh, that's terrible. Huh, I think so too. But it's nice to know you agree, thanks. Ah, there you are, Zelda. Are you all prepared for today's ceremony? Oh, hello, Father. Ah, you're here too. Outstanding. Nice hair. It's encouraging to see you up so early, given your capacity for sleep. No doubt today's ceremony had you too excited to close your eyes for once. I'm so silent I cannot speak a word. If you win today's ceremonial race, you get to participate in the post-race ritual with Zelda. So give it your best out there. Yes, about that. Father, I don't know if he can do it. Recently, he hasn't been practicing much at all for the ceremony. And even when he's out riding his Loftwing, he's just lazily gliding around, probably daydreaming. I don't know what he's thinking. He's going to have to be in perfect control of his bird to win today. No need to worry yourself, Zelda. Though you may have a point. Today's wing ceremony tests the skill of the rider as well as his bond to his bird. Victory will not come easily. And as you pointed out, I haven't seen him practicing as hard as some of the other students. But you've known him since you were both very little. You should know better than to fret about him. You see, Mr. 250 and his Loftwing share a special connection. I've never seen anything like it. As you know, each of us in Skyloft is but one half of a pair. We are only made whole by our loft wings, the guardian birds that the goddesses bestow upon each of us, as a symbol of her divine protection. Thanks for the backstory, Dad. I already know. When we are young, every one of us meets our loft wing under the great statue of the goddess. It's quite a big moment, as I'm sure you recall. Ah, but that first meeting between Mr. 250 and his loft wing was extraordinary. The bird that came to him was a crimson loft wing. It is a breed so rare that we were sure for some time that it had vanished from the line. Yes, and the boy and his bird seemed to share a profound connection from when the moment they met. Of course we have to have the super rare bird, can't be the hero without it. Do you recall when Mr. 250 and that loft wing of his first met? What a sight! The little boy just hopped up on that bird and gracefully flew away, without even a moment of instruction. They were meant for each other. And judging by how jealous you were that day, I'd say the friendship he shared with this bird didn't go unnoticed by you, my dear. His lips are really bothering me. There's something about him, I don't know. Ah, but who can blame you? I'm sure you weren't the only one envious of this powerful bond shared by Mr. 250 and his bird. Anyone who is a part of something special is bound to catch some nasty looks sooner or later. This contest is nothing to laugh at, Father. This ceremony is part of the final test for those training to become Knights of Skyloft. If Mr. 250 doesn't fly fast enough during the race? What if he messes up his big chance? What if he's not allowed to become a knight? Calm down, my dear. It will be fine. Honestly, it's almost as though you become a completely different person when you worry about him.
Hey!
Listen, you better fly your heart out today. At the very least, you need to squeeze in a little practice time before the race. Come on, you'll thank me later. Here we go. Go on now. Jump off the edge and call your loft wing. It's almost time for the ceremony, so try to practice seriously for once. Oh, yeah. You can't sense your bird out there? Oh, I get it. You're trying to weasel out of having to practice. Nice try, but you're not fooling me. Off you go! I remember this. This was the thing that everyone talked about, was that she pushed you off the edge. And I missed a little line of dialogue there, but it looks like you pushed down on the control pad to call your bird. His bird sure is taking a long time to get here. Something's wrong! Everyone seems very comfortable with the whole jumping off the world thing. Is there presumably something below, or did you fall into the endless void? Hang in there! I've got you! Nice one. Are you two alright? I'm sorry, friend. I didn't mean to push you so hard. You didn't sprain your wing, did you? This is very odd. What could have possibly happened to your loft wing? I don't know, maybe something sinister. For a bird to ignore the call of his master? It's unheard of. Maybe it's something sinister and evil we're gonna have to go on an adventure to fix. And you still can't sense your bird nearby, eh? This is quite a problem. Especially considering the wing ceremony is about to start. When you said you couldn't sense your loft wing, well, I should have believed you. I'm sorry. I need to tend to my own loft wing, so I'll catch up with you later. You better go on ahead and see if you can find where your bird is gone. Ah, so that's what the bell's for.
Ooh.
My, how did it get to be so late? If I recall correctly, this year's Instructor Horrell is presiding over the ceremony. You should go explain the situation to him and see if he's willing to delay the race a little, so you can find your bird. Well, I mean, where does it go? There's all this sky out here. Did they just go off on an adventure? But Father, you're the headmaster of the academy. If he asked Instructor Horrell, he'll probably just come talk to you about it. Ah, quite true. As usual, you make an excellent point, my dear. Very well. I'll explain the situation to him myself. Mr. 250, run along and tell Instructor Horrell to come to see me in my quarters. Quick, off the ledge we go! Are we gonna die now? Yep. Watch your step there. You can't always depend on the knights like me to swoop in and save you. Ah, so we didn't die. What, they just saw someone falling down? Also, I just noticed we have 6 hearts. That is a lot for Legend of Zelda to start with. Don't worry. I'll be sure to explain your predicament to Instructor Horrell. Go find him and ask me to meet in my quarters. I don't know what just happened there. While we chat, why don't you go ask some of the other students about your bird? I seem to recall a few of them were gathered near the plaza. What's wrong with your bird? Did it fly too hard? I'm going to tend to my bird and make sure he's not hurt. I'll catch up with you later. Go and see if anyone in town knows what happened to your loft wing. Alright, let's go.